Hey everybody, this is Ben here at That Cologne Guy coming at you with a new review. How's it going? Happy Friday to you. I want to wish you a happy weekend, and I hope you're doing well, staying safe, healthy, and positive during these incredibly crazy times indeed. Before I dive into this episode, I want to very quickly welcome all the new subscribers. Since last week, we have had just another shocking amount of subscribers that are just going click crazy and jumping on to the Cologne crew bandwagon. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Cologne crew, and I really appreciate that. I will put here up above in editing the information to my channel, so you can check that out if you are new to it. So thanks again. I really appreciate that. All right, so in this episode, I am taking a look at you guys know this whole month of September, I'm taking a look at Babylon fragrances. We don't have to worry about what they smell like because they actually say that on their website. So they say, like, this fragrance, you know, if you like Reflection Man by Amouage, then buy this one. So this week, the episode is on Babylon Fragrances Pride. Right there, and that is based on Reflection Man by Amouage. And so, curious to note, I have actually done a review on that one, so which is of course right up here, and you can check out that review. In fact, why don't you do so while the introduction runs? So the question that begs to be asked is the cheaper alternative to Reflection Man worth it? Stay tuned and find out. All right, so welcome back. What I said earlier was I had already done a review of Reflection Man, and I'm going to quickly talk about Amouage Reflection Man quickly because I don't want to lose focus here and lose sight that I'm reviewing Babylon fragrances. So I have to tell you, though, my relationship with Reflection Man is very complicated. And so it is official. I don't usually say this, but we need to talk. We do, because you guys know that I am a huge Amouage fanboy. In fact, I recently was awarded the #1 fanboy of Amouage in the galaxy who doesn't own a bottle. No, there's no award for that, but I would get that because I don't actually have a full bottle right now. I just love sampling all of their stuff. I love that house. I need to get a bottle, though, very soon. And by the way, I will be reviewing more Amouage samples in the near future, so look, should be sometime in October. I'm going to start back up. All right, so let's take a look, though. When it comes to Amouage, I love them. You know that. You can check out my channel. All my reviews, I've done almost half, if not more, of my reviews so far have been on Amouage. Reflection Man, though, is that period of time when Amouage was starting to deviate away from their normal DNA of frankincense. So in 2007, they released this woody floral, and it is amazing. It is a soapy jasmine fragrance that is delicious. It's just wonderful. I personally see it as more unisex. I've seen a lot of ladies in Fragrantica said that they couldn't pull it off. I'm a little surprised because of the ylang-ylang and neroli. I do see this as quite unisex, but either way, it's just a very pleasant scent. Here's what you can tell about in the 2007 committee meeting in Amouage. They were in Oman. They had a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, and they had their Starbucks coffee, and they sat down in a committee room and said, we need to create the best daytime work scent fragrance for men. That was the goal. You can definitely tell what they were trying to do. My question, though, really becomes, if you are a niche company that you make very original scents like Figment Man, people love that, right? So when you make original releases and you have something that's kind of a crowd pleaser, I guess if it's just one, that's okay. But if it becomes more than that, you have to ask the question, is it really worth buying this over the designer products in the same category, right? So this was a bit of a deviation from their normal line. Some people love that about them and some people don't. This one, meaning Reflection Man, is typically regarded as Amouage's most wearable fragrance. And again, it just shouts like, you know, let's create best daytime office scent for men in a beautiful bottle, end of. So again, that's wonderful. But so for the hardcore Amouage fans, it was kind of like, oh no, is this the beginning of the end? This one and Beach Hut are going to get a lot of division. You're going to see a wide array of opinions on those 2 scents, because people really, really like them, or they don't at all, and they feel very passionate about their opinions. I gave it a 3 out of 5 in my original review. I do like it. I just think it's dancing close enough to Le Male, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, or also Le Male Fleur, that it's dancing close enough to that if you got a bottle of Le Male, you might be able, for like $30, you might be able to pull this off in a lot cheaper price category. So that is my issue with Reflection Man. So then let's turn here to Pride by Babylon Fragrances. Now, so for the rest of the review, I'll be exclusively talking about this one. Here are the notes, and you guys know that you can just check out on their website all the notes. I usually list the ones that jump out to me on my skin. At the time of this recording, I just noticed that they are running a 15% off at Babylon Fragrances, so check them out there, and you can save some money. So you're going to get 4 to 5 notes on Pride, and that is rosemary, definitely jasmine, probably the biggest one. Bitter orange, and I would say the jasmine and bitter orange kind of compete for, they are the 2 heavy hitters. Then I would say after that it's rosemary, and then I would say ylang-ylang and neroli tied. Now, I love ylang-ylang and neroli, and then it just really gets better, because the bottom notes are some of the woodier elements, and so you get things like vetiver, you get cedar wood, and then you get vetiver, of course, which is not a woody note, but you get more of a masculine quality here. It smells really, really nice. So this review is going to be different, actually, because usually I say it's not Babylon Fragrances, right? I say that the clone is not worth it. It's better just to get the original. I have to say, though, as much as it stings, because I love Amouage, I mean, unless you can find Reflection Man greatly discounted, because the bottle is beautiful. I mean, especially if you keep your bottles out in your bathroom or wherever, they're really, really pretty. I actually think that the Pride is just as good. And see, that's the danger for niche companies when they get into crowd pleasers. Because if you get into something that is, if you're getting something that is something that can be worn during the day in an office because everyone's going to like it, you better hit a home run, because if you don't, you're going to put yourself in the same category as a lot of designers, and then a situation like Pride is going to actually be worth it to get the cheaper one. So in this particular case, again, unless you can find a very discounted Reflection Man with the beautiful bottle, then I would go ahead and get Pride by Babylon Fragrances, because it smells just as good. It smells wonderful, and with the sale that they're running, you'd be getting it even cheaper. So it was $59 for 50 milliliter, right? So right now it'd be $45 with a discount. So let's say, so it'd be for $90, you can get 100 milliliters of Pride by Babylon Fragrances. And so if you can come anywhere near that, I guess you would for Reflection Man, but I doubt that you will. So if you're looking for the ideal daytime office scent in your collection, then you absolutely should consider this one, because that is really what they're going for. I have a feeling in terms of actual sales, I have a feeling that it's going to be mostly men over 30 wearing this fragrance, but you guys know the deal. I always do the continuum with the feminine, masculine, and then unisex in the middle, and I seem to be saying that recently, though, but this was still unisex, slightly to masculine. But that is a theme that I have repeated in the last couple episodes, so maybe I'll have to revisit. I really do think that, though. I really think that this, to me, is a unisex. And then the vetiver and sandalwood and cedarwood in the bottom notes bring it a little bit to the masculine side. This is another one. This is another one that's going to be popular. I think a lot of ladies are going to be out there buying this for their partners because they're going to be liking this one a lot. It just smells really, really nice. I can't see anyone being put off by this, especially when you consider, neroli and ylang-ylang are just wonderful notes for creating pleasant scents, so that are not off-putting to anyone. Okay, so there you go. So that is the gender, and then of course the age. I've said, we're gonna call it 30 and up. I don't see too many college guys. I don't see too many people in their 20s pulling this one off. It does have a little bit of a mature but not old person-ish at all scent to it. Now, when it comes to season, I would probably put this, I guess, in spring, fall, and summer. I really, I don't know. I guess in a really, really cold climate, I probably wouldn't see this as a full-on winter scent. I don't really see that. I see it as more of a spring, summer, fall. But that's pretty good, actually. This is the most wearable / versatile fragrance in Amouage, with the exception perhaps of Beach Hut Man. And again, you're going to like that a lot, or you're not. And I can think of all my subscribers out there who love Figment Man shouting, no, this niche fragrances have to be ultra unique and separate themselves from the masses. So, and I can see other people saying, you know what, it's okay that every once in a while they put out kind of a commercial friendly release that's wearable and versatile. So there you have it. That's the seasons. And then I would also say, again, versatility is off the charts. I've already discussed where. I mean, this is clearly daytime. I don't see this as being a nighttime scent. I don't see it as wearing it. I mean, it's pleasant, so you could wear it to like a social event, but I wouldn't categorize this as romantic. So Babylon Fragrances comes through a lot when it comes to this one. I actually would, with the one exception I've noted, if you found it just incredibly inexpensive, and other than that, I would get this one. I think it is worth. It's a great release. It smells very, very close to it. I really, really appreciate this one, and with the sale, I would go ahead and get this one over the Amouage because, again, the scent is pleasing, but I'm just not sure that it's worth that heavy price tag that they're charging at Amouage. So I gave that one a 3 out of 5. I'm going to give this one the same. This is a 3 out of 5. And actually today it will be faux sprays because I am, as you can see here, I think I am bone dry. So there's not one in here. So these will be faux sprays. You will actually not see anything. But I'm going to get 3 out of 5. But so if you guys know that if I have 3 out of 5, that means it's on the border. 1 or 2, I'm not going to get it. 4 out of 5, I'm going to get it. 3 out of 5 is kind of the gray area. I would get this fragrance, and the reason why I would is because again, it has a place in your collection. They were very focused on creating daytime, office, man over 30. Pretty much, I'm the target audience. Let's do this. And I'll go one on each side of one on each wrist, and then one on the zipper. How's that? Boom. Actually, a tad came out there. 2. And 3. Okay, guys, that is c'est à boire to Babylon Fragrances Pride. I really enjoyed this one, especially because I was able to talk specifically of the fragrance that this is based on. Check out that review if you haven't already. And what do you think of either Amouage Reflection Man and them kind of deviating from their normal releases? Did you appreciate that? Was that good for you? And then on the flip side, would you also consider something along the same lines, but that's a clone of it. I hope you would. I hope you would consider this one. I really appreciated it. I would actually, again, I would actually go with the Babylon Fragrances version, and then again, and or a very, very heavily discounted Lamal, or even like a 90% off Reflection Man. But I mean, that's, come on, right? That's not going to happen. All right, there you have it, folks. Another review by the boards. I hope you appreciated this review. And next week, I've got one more Babylon Fragrances coming. And then after that, I'm going to finish off a couple of, for Wes's box that he sent me. So thanks again, Wes. You'll see that, so my subscriber and friend, Wes, sends me a box every year, and I'm going through these. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. And you'll see his business down in the description box, and take a look at that if you haven't already. Thanks again, Wes. This has been so much fun. I never thought, actually, that I would choose the Babylon Fragrances version over, of all things, my favorite house. But you know what? This smells really, really good. I enjoyed wearing this this week, so much so that it is all gone. I used it all. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks so much for checking out my channel, all of your comments. And don't forget, if nothing else, please let us know what you're wearing for the day or the week. I always enjoy seeing that, and put that down in the comment box. Take care, and always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Bye-bye now. In fact, today, at some point today, I celebrate 250 subscribers, and that means, of course, that I am 1/4 on my way to 1,000, and I'm going to celebrate every milestone. So my goal is to get to 1,000 in 2021 is my goal, and I sincerely hope that I make it. And I really let me know if I can improve in any way in my channel, and offer the best product that I can for you guys, so that I indeed can keep on chugging along. Whether or not I make the goal, I'm just going to keep going because I love what I do. So thanks again, and please comment, like, and subscribe, and share alike. If I won if I won the lottery, I would buy the first thing I would do. The first thing I would do is buy a Lamborghini. And then the second thing I would do is buy the entire Amouage collection. So there you go.